Everybody, it's Dean DeCosta, Search 30, and last few videos have been all about finding content information, facial recognition stuff. We're going to get into a little just hardcore sourcing. So we're on a site called devhuntr, Huntr. We're going to come up here and we're going to decide what we're going to put. I think I'm going to put just the word Java, and then I'm going to come over here and pick where I want to search. Now let's look at our choices: Stack Overflow, GitHub, Jetpack Android, npm packages, and resources. Well, we just found out what happens when you pick the Stack Overflow one. It takes you to Stack Overflow and picks the specific one you're thinking about. Now, what would you do here? Obviously, these are questions. You just find the person who asked the questions, get their, and who's answering the questions, and you're good to go. But we're going to get out of Stack Overflow and look at some other things. I'm going to start with resources because I find the whole resources thing, resources, and then you get to pick from there. So we'll stick with Android. What the heck? So let's enter. And here's let's pick something else here. Let's go with Docker and redo our Java. Make sure and enter. Resources, awesome. We're loading and waiting. Could take a second or two. When I first found this site, which is a little while ago, it worked a little differently. So now it's working. They've seemed to combine some things, so it's working a little better. And we're going to give it a chance. If it takes too long, we'll stop it and do a different search that won't take as long. Resources might be fairly big topic, so it is taking a while, and I hate when things take too long. So let's do this. Let's get out of this and get out of that. Let's go to Jetpack Android, whatever the heck that is. Go back in there, push enter, and give it a chance to do its thing. It could also be busy, it could be my network, who knows. But let's give it a second or two or three. And if it takes too long, we'll do something simpler. Jetpack Android. I've got to look up what that site actually is. All right, so it's taking too long again. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out of this and we're going to go ahead and look at these again and just just go to repos for there, do Java, press enter, and there we go. So now we're in Java, and these are all going to be Java oriented out of the GitHub repo. Let's go to this one. I don't know why I picked that one. I just did. And as you can see, it's all about Java, so we know this person is a Java person. Let's actually go to their actual page, and we got AK, we got the Twitter handle. And of course, we all know the trick for finding people. You just go ahead and go into the repo and all that. And in case that doesn't work, or you're like, I don't know, we can go up here and get the users, get email for GitHub, and then here's another one looking right now for it. Yep, there you go. Emails, plenty of emails. Not a problem finding an email. So there you go. That's how simple it can be for this tool. The thing I like about it, I don't like is it takes a while when you're outside of certain areas. The thing I like about it is it lets you search all these places at once without having to necessarily open up each one, do each one separately. I find the resource one interesting because then it lets you pick out languages and stuff, quite a few of them. So I find that extremely interesting. I'm going to put Android. I'm going to move this. I'm going to try SDK instead. And let's see what happens. It may, I don't know if it's going to, it seems like it's taken a while, obviously. It could be a huge, if I had to hazard a guess, when we're in resources, it's searching a lot of different places, a lot of info. And some of them may take longer than others. And I'm impatient, so I'm not waiting. So let's go up here and see if we can find something else. Let's see the Jetpack Android. Let's not put anything in here. What would happen if we did the search without putting anything Jetpack Android? Whatever the heck that even is. It's probably going to take a while again. It seems like the GitHub and the Stack Overflows were quick. The others not as quick. This is making me curious what Jetpack Android is. So let's go ahead and find out what Jetpack Android is while it's doing its searching. Let's go into search. Let's go over here. Jetpack Android. See what that is. Jetpack Android. Android Jetpack Android Developer's Guide. So this is a developer's guide for the Jetpack resources. Jetpack is a suite of libraries to help developers follow best practices. Well, there you go. Now we know what we're looking, which is why it's probably a little harder to get a hold of. But as it relates to the GitHub Stack Overflows, simple, easy, peasy. As it relates to everything else, it takes a little bit longer, but it does get you where, it does let you know what you're dealing with here, and it does bring you back quite a few results. So it's a decent tool. I mean, you could do Stack Overflow searches separately or X-ray. You could do GitHub separately or X-rays, or you could just do this and have it all in one place. Could come in very handy. So that's it. So again, this is devhuntr, DEVHUNTR. My name is Dean DaCosta of the Search Authority. May the source be with you.